What's up, guys? It's your boy Connor Foley, and yeah, I am not in my room today. I'm here in the car with my boys, Mike and Dylan. Dylan, you should sit in the middle so they can see you.
Okay.
He's new to this. He's new to this. We're on our way to see The Nun. This is something different that I'm gonna do with you guys. This is our journey to the movie. So, guys, introduce yourself to the fans.
What up, you
Alright, I'm demonetized now. So anyways, so yeah, just for the record, they're dragging me to see this movie because, you know, I hate horror movies. I'm not good with horror movies, but, you know, these guys are assholes who want me to go with them. But in all honesty, like, you know, when it comes to The Nun, what you guys have already seen these movies, obviously, before, right. I mean.
Yeah, The Conjuring.
You guys both really love The Conjuring. What was it about that you just like, that you appreciated for horror? Like, I mean, I've never really asked you guys that. Like, what was it that you guys just liked about it?
I just liked that it was, it wasn't cheesy. Like, it definitely had like a good story to it. Like both The Conjuring 1 and 2. Yeah. I've only seen Annabelle. I haven't seen Annabelle Creation, but
yeah.
I did like just the way that the filming was done. You know, it made it like very intense. The way that James Wan filmed these movies, and obviously, in my opinion, like the best part of Conjuring 2 was The Nun. So for them to capitalize on that and make a film of it I thought was pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, I guess for me, like probably like what I'm a little like concerned of, because I think we mentioned this earlier when we were eating. It's like, I think part of it's like, you know, The Nun was like such a big part of the Conjuring 2, and it was the scariest part of it. Are they kind of like springboarding off it? Because didn't they kind of do the same thing with the first Conjuring with like the Annabelle doll a little bit? I mean, I haven't seen these movies because I'm a pussy, but you know, I mean, from what I know, I feel like they're kind of taking the same approach, and that's why I'm worried this movie may not be maybe as good as it could be. Like, they're just kind of springboarding off what made the other movie successful. I mean, do you see that point?
Yeah, I mean, but the only difference being that the Annabelle doll is actually real.
Yeah, that's
it exists in real life, so like they probably had some sort of like story, like loose story. I know it's been like retconned. It was like retconned in the Conjuring itself. They had one story about Annabelle, then they had Annabelle, then they had Annabelle Creation. I haven't seen any of the Annabelle movies, so I don't know. Obviously, they've like twisted it, so who knows what the real life story of the doll actually is, but they probably had something to go off. At least they had some, you know, tidbits of people's experiences to base the movie off of. But whereas with this Nun, I think that was just completely like, they just made it up to be fucking scary, and then they are kind of, were like, oh shit, that resonated with people, so let's make a whole movie about it, which might be more difficult because I don't think this Nun thing ever really happened. Whereas Annabelle, at least,
I have
supposedly happened.
Yeah, I have heard like the Nun basically like isn't like based on like the Warren case studies or anything like that, but I have heard like the demon itself is like, well, maybe not necessarily real, but it's been studied on and things like that, and like the story behind her is true. So maybe this isn't directly involved with the Warrens, but it is like an old urban like demon legend at least. So I guess you could say the franchise is at least sticking with that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, maybe to a point.
Yeah, because I know that the wife, Ed Warren's wife there, she had seen visions of The Nun, and that's maybe not, maybe they, like Mike said, maybe they personified it as The Nun. Maybe the real, what's her, Ed Warren's wife, what's her name?
Lorraine, I think it is.
Lorraine. Yeah. Maybe she had visions, and they were just of like a devil or this or that, but maybe they personified it into The Nun just because, like Mike said, it resonated well with like the fans and the movie. But yeah, I think there is a little bit of truth to it, at least in regards to like the Warren. The Warrens.
One thing that I did notice when I was like doing research into this is I guess the girl who's gonna play like the leading nun in this movie is actually Vera Farmiga's younger sister, who plays Lorraine. So part of me wonders like, cause I mean, granted, I don't know like the backstory for the Warrens, but I don't know if like maybe like with Lorraine, like maybe she used to be a nun and like maybe she actually had an encounter with it or something like that. Cause like in the vision, like in The Conjuring 2, spoiler alert if you haven't seen The Conjuring 2, like does she have visions like that seem like it was part of her past, or is it just more of like a haunting, would you say, from what you saw?
Well, part of the vision she has is of Ed dying, actually, and so she's trying to prevent that from happening.
Okay.
But I think it actually goes back farther than Conjuring 2 even. I think even in Conjuring 1 they do mention she's about her visions. It's been a while since I've seen either of the two Conjuring movies, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know exactly how much of it is based off of the true Warren's experiences, but
Yeah.
I know at least, like Mike said, the doll Annabelle is actually
Yeah, like that happened.
Yeah.
Like maybe not like the way they necessarily told it in like the movies or whatever it is, but there was like at least a story involving a cursed doll.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that. There have been like rumors though, like this movie is like teetering on the side of cheese. Like, are you guys worried about that? Do you want the movie to scare the shit out of you? Like, ultimately, is that what you're hoping for?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the critics are probably being a little too hard on this movie. I mean, I was impressed with the way the Conjuring 1 and 2 did things. So
Yeah.
if it's along the lines of that, I mean, I think it'll be fine. But yeah, I could see it being cheesy though, because it's definitely if there's no real I don't want to say this, if there's really no goal with this movie, because it's a prequel, so we know that, you know, the nun is obviously coming back in the future because she haunts Lorraine in the future.
Yeah.
So that definitely kind of limits, you know, what they can do with this movie too.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense. I mean, granted, you guys probably won't be scared of it at all. I'm probably gonna piss my pants, but you know, that's just me. But that being said, I mean, like, if it is cheesy, I mean, I do feel that could, you know, falter the movie to an extent. I mean, because it could be one of those situations where you have, like, a really intense scene, like, you know, like, the tension's really building, like, you know, you're feeling it, and then someone just says something, or something happens that just kills the mood, you know? Because, like, I've seen that in like, action movies, I've seen it in various, you know, dramas where, like, a really, like, deep moment's happening, and then someone just makes a stupid joke, and it kind of ruins it, you know? So I guess if anything, like, I mean, I don't like to be scared, but the movie should do it. I want the movie to at least do its job so I can at least say it's effective. But, I mean, at the same time, you know, you want to say it's a good story as well, and, you know, it has, like, a constructive narrative and everything like that, and it flows well as a story. You know, if it throws in just, like, stupid humor, like a character that's just, like, there for the sake of being there, I feel like that could compromise it. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but, you know, we'll see.
Right, yeah, I can agree with that. I think it'll be cool just to see, you know, how, you know, the lore behind this nun and how she became about, and
Yeah.
how she's gonna, you know, how she really ties in with the whole, you know, Conjuring universe, because this would be the 5th movie in the universe now. So
Yeah, exactly.
they have a lot to build off of.
Mhm.
So it'd be interesting to see what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, it'd also be interesting to see if it could lead into, like, if they make a Conjuring 3, which they in all likely probably will, because the first 2 were as successful as they were. I mean, I could see, like, maybe something in this leading to that. Like, I could maybe see, like, maybe, like, towards the end, like, it leads to, like, another case study or something like that they hint towards for the next movie.
Yeah, that's typically how they've done it too. Yeah, I think they could definitely do that towards the end there. Just kind of introduce, hey, you know, we have this new thing we need to look into, because they have the whole museum, which is real, you know, with all the artifacts that are haunted. So they really could come up with a lot of different things. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are now pulling into the movie theater. Guys, no bullshit. I just want to say thank you for being a part of this with me. It's new for my channel. Trying to keep things fresh for you guys. Thank you guys for doing this. Guys, don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys thought of it. If you like it, if you like them, I'll bring them back. We'll keep doing this. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.